Hi everyone, this is Doris with Rich in Love Fashion, and on this week's episode of Dose of Doris, I wanted to talk about forgiveness and how that is the key to your inner peace. What if I told you all you had to do was forgive yourself and others for what they've done, and by doing so, you would set yourself free and you would be able to gain that inner peace? Would you give forgiveness? You know, when we forgive, we open ourselves to this present moment and we give others and ourselves room to make mistakes. So it might sound like a broken record where we've all heard this phrase a million times over. Forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. And truly, it is so true because it really is for yourself to set you free for that inner peace. So I recently discovered on my highest peak of my spiritual journey in the month of July, it was time for forgiveness. And I knew this because all I wanted was peace and quiet. Any noise from my neighbor would trigger me. And it was just, all these things were happening, triggering me. And I had to ask myself, Doris, what do you want right now? What do you want? And every time I would ask myself what I wanted, I would always go back to, I want peace. I want peace. So I kept on asking myself, how do I find this peace? How do I find this inner peace? And it all came to me, as I mentioned before. Inner peace is when you reach practicing forgiveness. So holding on to the past pains, it's natural. Trust me, it's so natural. But you don't have to do it forever. You don't have to be a prisoner to that pain forever. And that pain can easily morph into fear, which we know fear will only hold you back and keep you in a lower vibration. And it also keeps you from experiencing this present moment that's full of richness, joy, and happiness. So you might have heard me talk a lot about the 10 by 10 rule, which is a perfect way for you to get grateful in this present moment, for you to center yourself and understand what abundance that you have right now in this present moment. You know, when we wake up every morning, we should be giving praise that we opened these beautiful eyes and we can see. You know, when we step into our shower, we should be saying to ourselves how thankful we are for the clean, hot water. And then when we get hungry in the morning, we should be giving thanks to God for the food in our refrigerator and saying thankful for how we are hungry because that means we have good health. You know, the 10 by 10 rule really helps you stretch your ability to start seeing in this moment of what you're grateful for, if it's small or big. Enough about that, but let's get back into forgiveness. I think the best way to close this week's video is asking you this. Do you want to have an unforgiving mind that is always confused, afraid, and full of fear? I would hope you just said no, because the unforgiving mind will always see itself being right, and inner peace is the enemy. Why don't you start today by forgiving yourself for what you didn't know to be true at that time and letting it all go to set yourself free from being a prisoner? Because at the end of the day, forgiveness is the bridge to compassion, to inner peace, and your birthright of abundance of this present moment. I hope this week's episode has helped you, and as always, thank you for watching. If you're looking for additional inspiration, please visit my personal website, 𝒟𝑜𝓇𝒾𝓈. Please support the channel by sharing, subscribing, and clicking that bell. And until we meet next time, remember to always stay glamorous.